What's going on, everybody? Jay Howe here, and this video is pretty exciting for the Barbarian because they made some changes recently. Again, this is after the March 10th PTR update to the Immortal King set, as well as the Bull Kathos weapons, and they are absolutely phenomenal. Now, I'm not sure how much of this is going to stay in place, but as of right now, this has easily become one of my favorite builds for a number of reasons. You got to have the right amount of pieces, all the right gear in place, but you know, on the PTR obviously it was easy to farm up. It revolves around the Immortal King set obviously, and the Bull Kathos stuff, all, you know, barbarian stuff that, you know, we've heard over the years in Diablo. You'll see here the two-piece bonus. You should be familiar with this. Call of the Ancients last until they die. And there's the buff there. That's nice to have. The four-piece bonus. This is awesome. Like, this thing is absolutely crazy. Reduce the cooldown of Wrath of the Berserker and Call of the Ancients by 3 seconds for every 10 fury you spend with an attack. Now, the only reason you're going to need Call of the Ancients is if you're in a Greater Rift and they die. But Wrath of the Berserker, since you're going to be whirlwinding non-stop, you basically get permanent Wrath of the Berserker. Permanently. Now, we're going to go into why that's even more effective here in a second. And this goes beyond this. 6-piece bonus. While both Wrath of the Berserker and Call of the Ancients is active, you deal 500% increased damage. So, you know, the 2-piece bonus, your Call of the Ancients already up. And Wrath of the Berserker, like I said, while whirlwinding non-stop, which is basically what you're going to do with this, you're going to have permanent 500% increased damage. It doesn't stop there. There's another new item. They changed this. It looks the same as the slave bonds. There's no new artwork yet, but it's called Mortix Brace, and you're going to see in the secondary there, Wrath of the Berserker gains the effect of every rune. That's awesome. You get, you know, when you activate it, you deal damage. You get the 50% damage increase. You get the critical hits exploding for damage. You get the 50% damage reduction. You get the life per fury spent. It is absolutely amazing. We're not done yet. We saw this long ago at BlizzCon when they introduced this and they said, hey, it's still a couple patches away. The secondary here, increase the damage of Whirlwind, and this has a range between 400 and 450%. Another amazing item, so we are boosting damage like crazy. Wait, we're not done yet. Bull Kathos, the weapons, both swords, equipping them, increases fury generation by 10. And that's awesome because you're going to be spamming Whirlwind like crazy. You're getting the benefits from spending it and getting to have the permanent Wrath of the Berserker. You're getting the extra life per fury spent from your Wrath of the Berserker. The other part, during Whirlwind, you gain 30% increased attack speed and movement speed. Now, we're sitting here, we're running around, but then we turn that on, and you can see we take off like the Tasmanian devil. It's absolutely amazing. So putting all this together has created what could be one of the craziest builds. Now, everybody pined for the Whirlwind to come back. Everybody, the Whirlwind and the Barbarian goes hand in hand, and we all love it. And they brought it back. Like I said, I don't know if this is staying, but if it does, or at least in most of this variation, I think we all have something very exciting to look towards. Now, here's basically one thing that I'm running with. There's a couple different things going on out there. Call of the Ancients with Ancient's Fury. This has the Ancients gain 4 Fury for every time an Ancient deals damage. This goes hand in hand right here with Tasker and Theos. I know not everybody has these, but these are dropping a bit more often since 2.1.2. So maybe if you're a Barbarian or some type of strength character, save these and be ready for 2.2. Don't just trash them because you're thinking, hey, I'm not going to be able to use them. Save these. I think you're going to be able to enjoy that because you're going to get the extra fury from that. You're going to get the extra fury here and in a lot of different ways. Dust Devils is what I'm running with on the with Whirlwind. Generate harsh tornadoes. You guys saw those kind of, you know, fly out there. It's awesome. It's doing a ton of damage. I'm also running Sprint. Now you can go with something different here. You can go with Ignore Pain. Any other direction. You can go with some type of damage dealer. Anything else here you could probably go with. I am not finding that I am getting depleted of Wrath in any or Fury in any way possible. War Cry with Charge. This is for those moments that I do need it, although you can certainly run it with impunity. This is just something if you're on the PTR, or if you're not on the PTR and you're wondering what's going on, this is what's happening right now, and it's amazing. Like I said, Wrath of the Berserker, you get those bracers, you get all of those. Battle Rage into the fray, you get 1% increase crit hit chance. You could go any number of direction there. Bunabul Kathos, having this, it's almost not necessary, but having this in there, reduced it by 30 seconds, and then combining that with your Immortal Kings has been amazing. You can go with any number of direction of passive skills. I'm going to try and get some gameplay for you guys up in some Greater Rifts, because right now Greater Rifts are being absolutely melted with the Immortal King set, and I'm trying to farm up all the different classes right now while we've got our community buff, and so everybody's getting to be a part of that. Of course, you need your Royal Ring of Grandeur, Ring of Royal Grandeur, and then all that going on. So there's a lot you can go on, but I'm going to show you real quick so you guys can understand exactly how this works. I think I already cleared that. Let's go down here. This is an absolute sprint. If you're farming T6, we got that up. We got our War Cry up. Wrath of the Berserker, you're going to see my Battle Rage is up. And you're going to see that's going on. And it's just an absolute sprint non-stop. And speaking of sprint, I'm using sprint. And when I say this thing does serious damage, I mean, as you can see, that we just absolutely destroyed stuff. We have no rhyme or reason. If you look down in the action bar, you can see Wrath of the Berserker on an amazing cooldown. That thing is great, so you don't really have to worry too much about that. But just getting in here and being able to do all this damage is absolutely amazing right now. I mean, that yellow guy, I mean, he died in about 1 second flat. Again, I don't know if this is going to stay around. They just made a tweak yesterday, so it could be one of those things that was intended. It could be one of those things to where, you know, they didn't quite realize the repercussions of their own, you know, buff or tweak, and now it's turned into something altogether amazing. And so be on the lookout. There's going to be more changes, I'm sure. We'll get this guy in here. He's dead. And I don't even have all of my stuff rolled correctly right now. You can definitely, I've got these, they rolled fire. I should have rolled those over to physical. You can go any number of direction. We'll go ahead and we'll pop these on. That guy's dead. So, like I said, be on the lookout. There's going to be a lot more changes, I'm sure, to the different classes. So if you're like me, you play different classes, you want to know what's going on, certainly be sure and subscribe. I'm going to be trying to bring you guys as much information as possible. Another thing that I wanted to point out, this goes great with the Taeguk and the Bane of the Trap, because if everything's near you, and you also are going to be whirlwinding non-stop, so you're going to be able to increase your damage that way. And here, we're already buffed up. We're going to go in here. Now we've got our Wrath of the Berserker on. And Gom, as you can see, is going down. We actually, because we hadn't attacked anything, the Wrath of the Berserker wasn't around quick enough just yet. So, the minute that thing came live, he dropped quick. So that's where we're at right now. I don't know if there's going to be many more changes, what changes are going to be made, but right now this build is absolutely amazing, and I'm hoping that we get to keep some form of this going forward. But be on the lookout. I'll bring you guys as many of the updates as I can. Like I said, I'm going to be doing all the other classes as well. We've already got some other classes out there. Going to be trying to farm up as much as possible and keep you guys updated. So be on the lookout for more. If you guys like this and you've got some comments that you want to leave about it, or something that you've got that can make this even better, let me know. I'm still out here farming, trying to get the right pieces. But this is the build. This is a ton of fun. Hope you guys, if you're not playing the PTR, this gives you something to get excited about. I know we're in that lull between, you know, patches to where things aren't that exciting, but 2.2.0 is something to get excited about. Legendaries all around, skill set bonuses all around from different people, few minor or from different classes, different skill changes. It is definitely something to get excited about. If you're waiting for something, all I gotta say is make sure you keep that itch and come back whenever this patch drops, because you don't want to miss out. I think Diablo is going in the right direction, and in a very positive way. So let me know what you think of everything going on right now that you've seen for the Barbarian or just patch 2.2.0 so far on the PTR. I appreciate you guys watching as always. And as always, next time, we'll see you next time. Happy hunting. Let's see if I can get this straight. Happy hunting. We'll see you next time.